Episode 8. So the next episode opens up with the dolls arguing like, well, my fright feed was worse. No, my fright feed was worse. My fright feed was worse. Well, Pie, you need to go in a fright feed. And then Pie makes the smartest freaking observation in the world. It's like, why am I gonna argue about when I sucked the worst that episode? I didn't have to be in the bottom, so why should I have to be in the bottom?
Yeah.
Now, do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
to reinforce what I put down with creams. Fit me. And I've been using this since I started.
I honestly want to try it.
Fit child.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, I think Trixie said it before. Like when people are on All Stars of that other drag show and they're like, well, I want to compete against the best and I don't want to send the best home. Well, bitch, you just beat the best by sending them home. Because you were not the worst. They were the worst.
Yeah.
So you were the best that week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just as I equally agree with that viewpoint, like how I said before, when we did that competition, which was the one that I won, the one that I beat you in, like it felt good.
You did beat me.
Yes. It felt good.
Lip sync, but
yeah,
you did beat me.
Yes, it felt good going up against a lot of
Worthy
like heavy hitters, and you.
That was in the finals along with you, bitch. Stop playing. Along with you.
It feels good.
It does.
It feels good. You know, like I feel like if it was me and then like two boogers and then you, like it would be like, okay, obviously I'm gonna go up against my sis at the end.
Yeah.
And the other ones are like, you know, I like a challenge, you know, like that's why I do competitions, because it elevates my drag and it makes me feel good knowing that like bitch, you did that. Best. Yeah, like bitch, you did that, you know? So
I do get that mentality.
Sometimes when you do a competition and then a lot of them are like, you know, you're like, oh, a lot of them are burgers. Like, okay, so halfway through the competition, we're just gonna weed out the dead weight, you know? So then like halfway through, that's when it starts getting good. But like, girl, I was shaking in my boots from day one.
When I won the first challenge, the first night?
Yeah, the only one that you won.
How many did you win?
I won 2.
2?
Cheers.
2?
Well, 3.
You did win 1 and you didn't know the lyrics to your own song. You right.
Which song?
When you were that green alien?
I knew every word, mama.
The rap?
Yeah.
Baby.
I knew every word.
Now?
Then and now.
Baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers to knowing our words.
Did you know that your spoken word when we did the group challenge? And we should have one.
I know every word, baby. Every word.
Then or now? Then
and now. You want to do it right now?
Let's do it.
We can.
We can.
Play it.
Once there was a way
to get back home. Okay, so Asia comes back in. They're arguing about Kaflamba. The fright feed for today is the Electroshock Drag Trivia. Electroshock Dragula Trivia. And how good do you think you would have done? You've been watching Dragula since season 1.
The first few questions were like, okay, I think I know those, but then they got really specific, and then I was like, oh, yeah, girl, Shock McGee right here.
I knew all of them except for the Cynthia Doll one, and I think that was it. But I mean,
yeah, some of them were like really specific, and I was like, oh shit. But I think this was a really good fright feed.
I didn't have none for me. That was shocking.
Well,
no pun intended. It was shocking. I mean, you know, we don't know what they had.
No,
all of them, but
yeah, I mean, there is like 5 seasons of it, so
come on,
you know, you've been in like all of them pretty much, yeah. And it's just because like the smell that you linger.
That's cute. Bath and Body Works.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Sis, let's not talk about smells. You just admitted to everybody you don't wear deodorant. Come on, let's not go there.
But I smell delicious.
Deliciously shitty.
That's a scent.
It is a horrible one. So Asia wins the fright feat, and she gets the curse. She gets to cast the curse of baldness. Yeah. So this is a big one. Do you think? How would you cast the curse? Would you cast the curse on your biggest competition? Would you cast the curse on judging by like what's in the laboratory? How would you judge the curse? Or how would you curse the Zawals?
I mean, I think by now it's like I think anyone is capable enough to work around it. Like I think
you should
be. Like I think anyone could have taken it and be like, okay, I could do some, I could work around this. You know, I think it's already at that point where it was a good curse, but maybe they should have used that closer to the beginning of the season, because that would have really shooken some people to the core.
When we were allowed this curse, I did really want it, because I wasn't gonna play friends, because obviously we already saw like what was in the laboratory, and we already knew like what people were gonna wear. And child, I even told Hoso, I was like, if I won, I was gonna give it to you. Do you remember what she wore that episode? She was that cat witch.
Oh.
And her whole thing was just that head. She'd have been dead.
Yeah, and then and yeah, you're playing it smart. You're playing it smart because, you know, we all know historically that Hoso needs the whole team of Dragula and production to help put her outfits on. So imagine, you know what? Imagine taking off her, saying like, oh, you're not wearing your wig. She probably would have spiraled. But like I said, this season, they're strong. Like you could tell they're strong-willed, and they're seasoned enough to know how to work around like stuff like this. Because it happens. Since you get to the gig, you live here.
It does happen.
You live here. You go all the way to Palm Springs, and you're like, oh, forgot all my wigs.
It was a week of me doing it. Yeah. I forgot my fucking foundation one time, and I think I forgot lashes one time. Yeah, you make it work. So I forgot hair when I went to freaking a different state. Remember when I drew that hair on?
Oh yeah. So you know, it's part of the drag experience, and I feel like if you haven't experienced that, like maybe are you doing drag? Are you really doing drag? Because I've had to do my makeup when the club said, we walked in there and they're like, oh, there's no electricity at the venue today, and you're doing a competition, and you also have to, you know, make sure you finish touching up your makeup in complete darkness.
I've had to do it driving because I kept making wrong turns. You know, I get lost a lot.
There's a lot of queens that are like, oh, I glue down my brows while I'm driving. I could never.
Oh, child, I glued my brow. I put my whole base down. I was based the fuck out. The only thing I did not do, I couldn't do my eyeliner while I was driving.
Yeah, like I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass when I
barbecue sauce all over my titties.
But I could never glue my brows while I'm driving.
You know what? This is the new e.l.f. What is this one? The Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. Have you used this? So after the fright feat, Asia walks around the laboratory and peeps out what everybody is wearing. Do you think this is fair? Do you not think it's fair? Do you think she should have just picked?
I mean, milk it. Why not?
Yeah.
Milk it. You're like I said, it's a drag competition. I feel like Dragula, watching it feels like an authentic drag competition. Like the experience of it, like it's something that, you know, I feel like we've kind of experienced it, you know, doing drag competitions and like
do a Dragula.
But now it's like, now that it's reality TV, you know, you milk it, you know, they're pretty much saying like, spotlight on you, my love.
Yeah, and if you're just make TV.
Yeah, and if you're just gonna be like, oh, you know, like if you're just gonna be like demure, whatever, like that doesn't make for good TV, you know.
Well, we already know that Asia's not gonna pick pie because they have their secret. Maybe that's the new key of life.
Secret Alliance.
No,
No.
it is. Because we know they have their
Secret Alliance.
So she's not gonna pick pie. But she really wants to make Auntie anxious.
Yes.
Very anxious. She keeps looking and looking and looking. And
Well,
then,
you know, well, I mean, they did have a little altercation at the beginning of the episode.
yes, because Auntie wants Asia out of the competition. I would want Asia out of the competition too if I was there. I would want Auntie out of the competition shit too if I was there. But it is what it is. And then Asia walks over to Yuri and sees this floor-length ponytail. And she's like, oh, you were trying to hide that from me? Oh.
I know. I will be shaking my boots too, like, fuck, like, this is the only chance I'm gonna look real nice and cunty. with my
floor-length
yeah, with my 80-inch bust down. Yeah, she's gonna snatch it away from me.
I probably would have. I would have lied. I'm like, I'm about to be bald for this challenge. So I mean, if you want to give it to me, you
like,
can give
I
it to
can't
me.
be extra bald.
You just you gonna be dumb. I can't scout myself. You know what I mean?
I was gonna wear this wig, but you know what? It doesn't look good with me. So like
I don't like it. I'm gonna just be bald. So I mean, if you want to waste it on me, you can waste it on me. But ultimately, Asia gives herself the curse.
Which honestly, at this stage in the game, I feel like that was a power move because for the viewers, it's showing that congenial, you know, like that congenial like energy, like that, like, oh, I'm selfless, like, you know, like this is a competition, but like I'm showing heart. Look at me.
It's opposite. I read it like I'm that bitch and I don't need no motherfucking wig to beat y'all.
Well, that
I'm gonna
too.
beat y'all at y'all best.
That too, but like you have to think about it too. Like she has a whole, you know, country or even like the whole world to like win over. So things like this, obviously, it is a bad bitch move, but it's also like I feel like you're obtaining like the love and support from the fan base. Right then and there, like, oh my god, look at her, like that's very sweet of her, like, oh, like that's really sweet, you know. And that's why I said it is a bad bitch move, you know, in that regard. For me, that's the way I saw it. I'm like, okay, that was smart.
Literally judging by the wig she pulled up, that she pulled out of her bag that she was gonna wear, she probably should have gave it to herself.
Yeah,
because that wig was ratty.
All right, so the challenge for this, what?
It's so dramatic.
The challenge for this week is Frankenhooker, and I know that this challenge resonates a lot with you.
Cause I'm a hooker?
No. What?
Have you seen Frankenhooker?
No, is that a movie?
It is.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
I haven't. I've seen clips of it because it's Frankie Doom's like literally favorite fucking movie. It's about some hooker. Well,
oh, is that why that's where she got the name for Frank?
Yeah, Frankenhooker. Well, no, I think Frankie Doom got her name from Monster High.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, maybe I don't know.
It makes sense.
Maybe
right?
we'll have her back and she'll tell us. But yeah, it's a movie about a hooker. That's Frankenstein the fuck.
Which is honestly what a cunty act.
It's a fun little concept.
Yeah. And that came out what, like back in early 90s maybe?
I honestly I couldn't tell you. I don't want to sit here and lie. Like it's my favorite movie, but and then not only do they have to have a look, there's also a lip stunk.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm sorry. My allergies are.
I mean,
it's tissue time.
Your allergies. Look at me sweating. I hate when this happens.
Oh, I always get the cat nose. I call it a cat nose because you know how cat.
Oh yeah.
I always.
Okay, so for all our drag queens watching, please comment like what is something that like just starts irking you when you do your makeup. For me, it's like either this
a cat nose.
Or those times when your eye just starts watering.
Yeah.
It just does not stop, girl. Like I swear, that's like the bane in my motherfucking drag existence.
Yeah, mine gets bad, as we all know. Oh
my god. Famously, I have to share this story. Yeah, we did a private gig, right? We did a private gig for like a lash company at the time.
Oh yeah.
And we were getting ready at their place, And, you know, we got there ready, real cute, we're prepared. But Miss Thing over here, I don't know what was going on.
It was a bad allergy day for me.
When I tell you...
It was a very bad allergy day for me.
Like... I have never seen so much mucus come out of a nose.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And like,
anybody that knows me knows that my allergies are bad.
Yeah, but like, no, that day in specific... It was wild. Like, I'm telling you, it was like, cry me a river.
It was bad.
It was like
the tissues were getting soaked as soon as I put them
in. It was literally like running like out.
It was horrible. We still made coin though.
We did.
A lot of it.
That was a second.
We made a shit ton of coin. That was.
But I was so worried for you. I was like, I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do. She's gonna have to walk out there with a tampon in her fucking.
I'm used to it. That's why I think I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I've told you this story. The reason why for the promo picture of Titans that I have all the black drip.
Oh yeah.
Is because I was having another bad allergy day and my makeup was not staying on under my eyes. It was not staying on under my nose. So I looked at Melissa, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? She's like, girl, make it work. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just be spewing black out of everywhere.
Crazy.
Yeah, and that's just how the look came out. But I mean, it kind of worked. I was a skeleton. Black was coming out, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you've seen American Horror Story, right? When like they brought them back to life and they pushed all the black shit out of their stomach.
Which season was that?
3.
Asylum was 2.
Which?
Coven.
The Coven. Like when Madison Montgomery was dead for that long time, and then Misty Day was pushing the death out of her, and then all the black stuff was coming out.
Oh, it's been a minute.
It's very that. So all y'all that thought my look wasn't cohesion, look it up, bitch. I don't have a sharpener.
I just used one, bitch. I'm looking for my mirror, my handheld. Okay, shameless plug. I just stole this lip pencil from.
You stole it?
Allegedly, it like fell in my pocket. Yeah, it fell in my pocket.
You stole it?
Yeah, specifically, it fell in my my pocket that has a zipper, and it was like fell in there, and then the zipper just went up, and I was like, oh. And then when I like took out my pants, I was like, oh my god, this lip pencil. But yeah, it's a lip pencil from Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's the lifter liner, baby. This is sickening. It's really creamy because it has hyaluronic acid in it.
Oh. Okay, I might have to still. I mean,
yeah, try it. Try it. I'll buy you one.
I might have to buy. Can you buy me one, sis?
Yeah. I have to go like to not a local.
Can you buy me one, sis?
And I think it works. I think the trick for products to work like just really excellent and like over the top is when you steal it. Like I was saying, I like to draw my the shape of my lips way before. Back then I used to do it at the end, but like I taught this bitch, every step that you take, you have to dedicate at least 10 minutes for it to look good and even and just look good, right? Like she always brings up how I clocked her because of her lips. And it's true because this bitch had like scraggly ass lip liner. You did.
Well, let's see how scraggly your lip liner is gonna be without the mirror.
You're fake as fuck.
I gotta block out my eyebrows. So first up we have
I'm just kidding. I don't know where my
I mean, don't your one sizes have fucking mirrors on them?
Oh, you're right. Here.
Here.
No.
No, where did it go?
I don't know. But
The big one.
Okay, so the biggest thing about drag makeup is you could be using something 1 minute and then the next second is literally grew legs and walk the fuck.
Literally.
So first up is Asia Consent, and she looks like a pustule with a dick, titties at the top and dick at the bottom, just like Ivan loves it. What do you think about her look?
For Asia's, I'm gonna be honest, I was not living. And maybe I have a narrow perception of what like a Frankenstein-ish looking person is supposed to
You know
look.
what Frankenstein is.
Yeah, this doesn't give me that. It does give me that in a sense of like, you know, the body is created out of pieces of other monsters or whatever, but like it just looks like vomit and also, okay, let me is that right word to say prefix? Let me prefix this banter of Frankenhooker, whatever the fuck. I be clocking their tea, but I'm gonna clock it even harder today. Like production, the videographers, the people that work the lighting, all of that. Like y'all need to go back to school or like to watch YouTube videos. I don't know, because they made such a disservice to like all of their looks. I'm gonna be honest. The lighting, the angles, the all that, it did nothing for them. It did nothing for them. That being said, going back on her look, regardless of that, like it doesn't scream Franken or hooker at that.
Okay.
It gives me more like Silent Hill, right? Or Resident Evil, like those monsters that they have to fight.
Like a nemesis?
I guess. Is that what they call them?
Well, a nemesis is a monster in Silent Hill.
Okay, word. Like, you know, like those like Resident Evil, like, you know, those main like
infected.
Yeah, like those main bosses type, like, you know. It gives me that. It didn't give me like Frankenstein, hooker, nothing like that.
I get it. I do. It's very pustule, very putrid, very it's body, what's it called, body torture porn or whatever. Very that.
Whoa.
Am I wrong? Is that not a term? It's a term. I believe it
is. That a search engine? Like, I mean,
it's like kind of like a human centipede body horror.
Oh, okay.
I do like that she did not use a wig because she had that brain. I like it.
But is it giving you the challenge, which is a Frankenhooker?
Yeah, she has a dick. She got titties at the top, dick at the bottom.
But there was also a performance aspect of it.
And she ate it, I thought. When she started off inside of the car, like she was like the lowrider, like she was a lowriding fool. I loved it. I truly did. What do you give this look?
I'm gonna give it mid.
I'm gonna give it 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 1.
Okay, so next up we have Auntie Heroine, and for their Frankenhooker, I mean, I like the color palette, and I love how thick and like delicious the cock looks.
Ooh.
But
there's multiple cocks.
Well, just the one center stage. That's the one, that's the one like, I'm fiending for. I'm like kind of hoping that that's how Gray Matters looks like. Cause you know that batter comes out like ropes, honey.
Demonetization.
For Auntie, like it felt short. It felt like it needed more. Like it.
I just want to know how many breastplates she brought. Cause this is like a green one and she's had a blue one. She has a lot of breastplates unless she's washing all this shit off and using the same breastplate. But I do agree, I do love the color palette. You know I love a color pop moment.
Yeah.
But I feel like we expect more from Auntie. What?
Now, don't start talking shit about my brows. They're not related. They're not sisters. They're besties. It's Mayday and Kendra.
Yeah.
The pretty one is obviously me, and then the go on.
I just expected more from Auntie.
Yeah.
Because she's given us so much this season. And I do love in her performance, she was she had interchangeable dicks. I do love
I didn't
that.
really that's what I'm saying, like, and I don't want to fault it on, it's like, you don't want to fault it on the employees, you want to fault it on the management. Like, what's going on with management? Because, like,
I mean, you can only catch so much. Maybe they weren't as clean switched as we think. You know what I mean? We don't know. Nobody knows. But I saw the multiple cocks, and I liked the multiple cocks, and I'm going to give the multiple cocks a great review.
I'm gonna give it. I just even think overall, like,
I'm just.
why do you have like not even a cute like designer looking bag? You got a tote bag.
She got a tote bag, but it's like stitched up like a Franken bag.
Okay, so you think that's cute. So why did you think it was weird for Orgasmic to have a gash in her suitcase? Let's talk about it.
Well, because
Clock that tea.
I will. You gonna let me clock it? Boom. Because Orgasmic.
Say her name right.
Is it? What is it? Because that's what you just said, so I just repeated you. What is it? What's her name?
Aurora Gosmic.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Aurora Gosmic, she was a upscale rich woman that died on the train, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what does the gash in her suitcase with the blood coming out and stones are coming out have to do with her being upscale on a train? Let me finish. Auntie is a stitch together Frankenhooker, which means her bag that is stitched together in different colors, like her skin, makes sense.
But
look at the wheels turning now.
I mean, it will make sense.
They turning.
It will make sense if, like, she looked pedestrian, like a pedestrian Frankenhooker or something.
What that got to do with the bag, mama?
It's the bag.
The bolts are even on the bag to let you know it's a Franken bag.
No.
Now it's no.
No.
Well, I'll drink to that.
It doesn't make that doesn't make sense. Like, is the bag alive?
It got arms and dicks in it.
No, it has arm inside of it.
It got arms and dicks in it.
It's not. Okay, so then why is a gash such a like?
It made no sense. It made no sense. Explain it to me. Make the gash with the stones coming out of her suitcase make sense.
It could have been like it could have been like, obviously it's a ghost, it's mythical, it's magic, it's fantasy. Obviously the suitcase, maybe it's like a gash, maybe it doesn't even open. It's like, maybe it's a portal. Maybe that's her, like a portal into like her like.
Does your arm hurt?
Why? Because I'm
stretching.
I'm reaching.
You are reaching. You are stretching.
I'm not. I don't think so. Like, I think it would have been cuter if Auntie had like a designer look, a designer bag type stuff. Like, but instead she has.
How many hookers do you see walking the street with a motherfucking Birkin?
I mean, how
not a one?
I mean, how many hookers do you see walking around with their dick flopping around? Not one.
Me. I can tell you a couple that was on the track that night with dicks flopping out. The night I was there. Okay. So once again,
I mean,
the purse didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense, and honestly, even
I misspoke. The suitcase didn't make sense.
Well,
the purse makes perfect. It's a stitched together purse with bolts, arms, and dicks in it on a Frankenhooker challenge. That makes sense.
It just gave like, it gave like, why a tote bag? Like, why is it? Why
is it a clutch? How many dicks are you fit in a clutch?
Something that looks more designer.
A Birkin? She got on a damn bodysuit. What, she gonna have a bodysuit on with a Birkin?
Why not? Why does it look like, oh, I'm a freaking hooker, but like,
cause that's the challenge.
Let me go to Target real quick and get a discount.
Cause that's what hookers can afford.
Let me get a discount.
Have you been a hooker on a point?
No.
No hookers are walking around with a Birkin.
And no hookers walking around with a big ass tote bag.
What is it? Veneno had a tote. So how
she didn't.
You're right. She didn't have shit. She didn't have no Birkin either. Shit.
Like, come on.
She didn't have a Birkin. She had.
Please. It didn't make sense. It's like
to you.
It looked like she.
It didn't make sense to you.
Like a fragment. Okay, and it made sense to you.
It did. I just explained how it made sense to me.
Okay, did her performance make sense?
It did. Her not knowing the words didn't make sense.
It's just not. It wasn't.
It's not changing over here.
Aggressive.
Oh, when a black person raises their voice, they're aggressive. But Orgasmic had a slash in her damn suitcase.
Oh, okay.
And that's not aggressive.
It wasn't.
That assaulted my eyes.
Really?
Aggression. Unhand me.
Look in the mirror.
Must be out of your rabbit ass mind. So what do you give Miss Auntie?
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it mid.
I'm gonna give Auntie a 1 because I think she could have did better. But that dick is dicking.
It is. It looks.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The zoom in is crucial.
You know what? Just put it right here. Oh,
child, it is girthalicious. But I mean, she should have had like a snap. You know, like those harnesses that have like a snap to where like you snap it and unsnap it and then the dick just plops out. That would have been cute.
On Gray Matter.
Only if it was his real dick that popped out. Like that carrot.
Speaking of.
So next up is Gray Matter. And Gray Matter actually went for a different silhouette. I will tell you, when they showed this in silhouette, I thought this was Asia.
Oh my God.
Because I saw the totas, you know, very feminine presenting, and that's just not what Gray Matter has given us this season. And I'm glad Gray Matter stepped out of the box and gave us a hook on the point with them totas, the little, what are they, the conductors sticking out of the titties. I liked it. I loved it. I hate the color of it.
Yeah.
The color of it gives me mud.
Like like
it's muddy.
Like if we're if we're talking about this service, it's like why. And you know what? It's also like now that I'm saying it this way, it's like low-key I'm reading myself, because sometimes, you know, I'm wearing padding and sometimes I'm wearing no tits. And now I'm gonna say like, why are you gonna have big tits and then you have like no body at the bottom? So it's kind of like I kind of see like what is it called? What's the word? Contradiction? No.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20. Like if you're gonna have those big titties, like why is there no body? Like I would have been more like, wow, if
big bodacious.
Yeah, if she was bodacious. Because
voluptuous.
Cunt, I don't think Gray Matter is gonna serve cunt. In feeling and in physicality. Like the outfit obviously was veering towards cuntiness, but like the presentation
You're giving Miss Netta right now.
And the execution, like if it wasn't for the, you know, like the really cool, you know, the nipple shocking and all that, like that was fierce. But if it wasn't for gags like that, like she wouldn't have been serving cunty or Frankenhooker.
I disagree. I was gagged when Gray Matter came out.
Like I said, I didn't think the performance it didn't give solid. Like I said, if it wasn't for those really sickening gags that she pulled out, it would have felt like middle of the road. Like I said, that being said, those gags were sickening.
Yes. Didn't they even light up?
Yeah, it was sickening. But like if the performance, like I'm not gonna actively go search for a Gray Matter show. Let's just say that.
Like there's stitches,
I would like him to give me a show.
Everywhere on this though. There's even spinal spinal cords everywhere on him.
It just it like I said with who was it? Auntie. It gives like I stopped touching it.
Okay, I was zooming in. I wanted to see everything.
Now I went to your favorite show, RuPaul's Drag Race.
It's burning.
Oh my god.
It's burning.
No, baby. You gotta go to a free clinic for that.
Oh, baby.
Great.
See, I'm not gonna put your tea out in the streets.
You already have. At the bar. In front of
Oh my.
Stop
Stop saying that.
Why are you touching it like you know what you're doing?
Don't you just touch it to expand it? That's what I used to do to my iPhone.
See, now you fucked it up.
My iPhone 3.
Now you fucked it up because now when we try to look at the picture, we can't.
See, you fucked it up. What did you do?
What the fuck did you do, bitch?
What did you do? Okay, so I did say I hated this color, but it kind of gives rotting flesh color, but I wish it was like different stages of rotting flesh sewn together. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get to like enhance the Franken of the challenge. But I was shooketh when Gray Matter was performing and came out looking like this. This is a shock.
It was, but like
Literally.
it was.
You go ahead.
But like, you know, like why not take it there? Why not put on a wig? Why not, like I said, put on a body? Like, why not take it there? Like the titties, it was cool. Like, but you know, like I don't know. Like the level of cuntiness.
He has a lash. He has heels on. He got big old giants that totas that like.
You couldn't see that the bitch had a lash like that. You still can't.
I saw it.
It gives it. In all honesty, it gives me like.
It gives Selena Blackwater lash.
It gives me like fuck. It gives me they them.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
No.
Maybe. I think they actually go by they them, to be honest.
I don't know. I just like I wanted more cunt. I wanted more cunt. Especially if it's like if you got the Frankenhooker challenge, what we like you would want to give like ultimate puss, right?
Oh yeah. But that's my drag.
But they said that's what they were gonna
That's
get.
what I do. I would have had titties in the front, titties in the back, ass on the side, big ass fucking juicy ass dick in the front.
Wow.
Not blown out butthole. Nice, tight, and petite. Little pinhole of a butthole.
So you'd have to act that out, right?
Ooh, girl. You already all y'all done seen the picture. Stop playing. You seen the Cheerio.
It's a vacuum.
Please. It do suck you up, you and your man. But
where's my man? Find him.
Definitely a pinhole. But I would have had like nobody had semen coming out of them.
Well,
one person did. One person did. Okay.
But okay,
exit that out. I would have had a snail trail behind me the whole time I was performing.
Well, someone
oozing out. No. Oozing out. Snail trail. Just a snail trail. And I would have ate it back.
Oh.
Because I'm nasty. So what do you ultimately give?
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because like
I'm gonna give Gray Matter 2 thumbs.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Like I said, like I felt like there could have been.
You felt like you wanted more, but I was shooketh. So,
but a very honorable mention for the shocking of the titties.
The shocking of the titty, and I think the arms lit up too.
Work. But like I said, you know, I just feel like I said once again, production like. You should be fined for the disservice you did.
Well, it's kind of like they filmed me in purple light when my whole body was playing in purple.
That's what I'm saying. like, you know, it's like when we start struggling with DJs that don't know how to work. Like to me, what seems to be like, you know, like beginning stages of DJing. Like if you don't know how to fucking put the volume up. Like, how are you gonna consider yourself a DJ? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're working in production and all of that, like, how do you not know how to perfectly light a drag queen? That's very hyper specific. So I get it. Like you're trying to go for this like really cool and edgy stuff. No, put the light on them, ho. Like it's that simple. Like, you know, and maybe it could have been more effective in my eyes and you know.
I mean, we also don't know what the vision was, but I do get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I do get what you're saying.
Sorry.
Okay, so next up we have Pie. And they were kind of a pop art Franken hooker as well. And what do you think about their look?
It gave like if Dragula had a theme park, this would be like the Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Walking around, like it gave me.
So it gave luxury.
Sure. It didn't. What?
Shut up. Sure.
I don't know, like, I don't know how to say it, like, dare I say, the fact that it's spray painted kind of like took me out of the illusion that it's supposed to be a Frank. I don't know how to explain it, like.
I kind of get what you're saying. The simple fact that I feel like this challenge was geared more towards realism.
Yes.
And a couple of the contestants went towards, let me be pop art and out of the box when the brief is there.
Yeah.
Follow the brief.
Yeah.
I see where this is going, and I didn't like it. I didn't know where to look. It's like this arm is big and pustule, and then it looks like this one is like sucked up and like a vacuum seal.
Yeah.
And then it's like a blue thing on the head, and then there's one eye here. This whole arm is green, the abdomen is blue, then this hip is up here. It's a lot.
Yeah, like it's not like you.
But they had a blown out asshole.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like it's supposed to be a hooker. Like you're supposed to be like appealing. You're supposed to be appealing. I don't want to pick that up.
I don't want to pick that up or breed it.
And also, like a hooker gets paid. A cum dump is community service.
Yeah. Preach. Say it again.
So, like.
Yeah. And it was no holds refused in the back.
Like
yeah.
I wanted
to want to fuck.
Yeah, like I wanted to know, like, yeah, I know you are a hooker, but you know, like there's calibers to this shit. You know?
There's levels.
Yeah, there's levels. And
this is just starting.
Yeah, like this is like bottom of the barrel, and then something that's like mid would be like maybe a hooker with a tote bag on her shoulder. Like I wouldn't pick that up either. You know.
So what do you get, Pie?
I'm gonna go like this. Yeah.
I got to.
Cancerous.
Very. You was talking about Silent Hill or Resident Evil. That was Resident Evil, but a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon Resident Evil.
So lastly, we have the only bitch that really understood the assignment, which is Yuri. In a shocking turn of events, the bitch gave pussy down.
Cunt.
Down.
She has a bag too.
And it's cunt.
Did you critique the bag?
Let's critique it. Is it not giving cunty? Is it not giving, oh, it goes with the look?
It did. But my only thing...
Does it not give like, I am a hooker, but I'm sensitive about my shit. Like I know like this is an image. I want them to look like, yeah, like I'm about to make my coin, but that's because I'm going to the club after. So I need to buy some drinks.
Very that.
You know?
This is also giving me, I am a hooker and I'm gonna let you fuck me and get my coin, but you try something, I'm gonna cut you up.
Period.
This ain't no little puss ass hooker.
No. And it's giving realism, like it's giving like this is a person, but it like this could also possibly be some type of freak accident. Mm-hmm. You know, like cunt.
I love this look. I just wish that Yuri gave the artist that drew this look up the credit, because this is not an original look.
Ooh.
Because I have this screenshot in my phone. We'll post it up here.
Yeah. I
have this screenshot because I thought it was very cunty and I wanted to like do my version of this, but this is exactly like the picture. It kind of reminds me of when Throb Zombie did the drain look in the finale and didn't credit the artist on that one. It's like, I don't want to come down on nobody because, you know, we all reference from somewhere. You know what I mean? But give the artist their just dues. Especially if you're going to do it exactly like it is.
Who's Throb Zombie?
I'm sorry, what? I know we don't cuss in this house, but I just had to use that as an example.
Oh.
But with all that said, I said all that to say this. This is the challenge. This is exactly what the Boulets envisioned when they wanted this challenge. They wanted to see somebody bloody. They wanted to see somebody stitched up, but they also wanted to see somebody alluring, somebody sexy, somebody that looks like they out there making some money.
And I've said it time and time.
With a purse.
Exactly. I've said it time and time again.
You gotta put your money somewhere.
Man, it better be cute. Not no tote bag.
Your coochie.
Not a tote bag. Like you know, like a lot of these challenges, you don't really have to think so hard about it.
Yeah.
Like this bitch was like, "Oh, you want me to hook her? Okay,
I'm gonna be a hooker."
And I think a lot of them were like, I need to think of something like never before seen. No, baby, just give me cunt.
Sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
You don't.
To be great.
And like, yeah, I you know, in through the eyes or like the experience of a drag queen and how we are now, like it is very important to highlight where you get your inspiration and stuff like that, because you know, you just got to. You have to.
You don't wanna look like that person that's like, oh yeah, I'm taking credit for this. And then let's just say, I'm sure this artist hasn't seen Dragula or it would have been out already, but it is out on Reddit. But let's just say this artist was like, what the fuck, I drew that. Like, why is this person not crediting me or even being like, oh, it's inspired by, you know?
Yeah. No,
I just think that's very important.
It is important, yeah. But, you know.
But this is cunt.
This is cunt. And like, to touch base on even the performance, like.
Oh, she performed the house down.
Yeah, she performed the house down. Like, the rent was motherfucking
She performed like she knew, okay, if I don't win this, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. Baby. You got one shot.
Yeah, and she performed like she was gonna go home. And so what do you give this look?
I'm gonna give it
definitely, this is 2 thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs. Okay, so the winner of this challenge is Yuri. And she gets a sickening prize, which is a 5-day cruise with airfare and, you know, all the cute little amenities from and to Miami.
That's good for her. And she's all the way to New Zealand?
Baby, that's sickening. Yeah, sponsored by Big Gay Cruise, so shout out to them.
Big Gay Cruise, sponsor us a cruise.
Yeah. Like, you want to.
Can you imagine?
That'd be sickening. I am going on a cruise actually.
When? This summer? To Alaska?
No.
Oh, you're gonna visit me?
No.
Shut up. She's visiting me, you guys.
I'm doing a cruise down the Mediterranean Sea, baby.
Ooh, Mediterranean. With whom?
My friend, the one I live with.
Oh, okay. No invite.
So we're gonna stop in Spain first, baby. And then we're gonna get on the cruise ship. We're gonna go down.
Are you gonna get laid? You better.
Did you not see what I said? We're gonna be in Barcelona.
Oh no, I was doing my
And then we're gonna go down France, and then we're gonna hit Italy, and then we're gonna stay in Italy for 2 days, and then and my asshole is gonna be making that noise.
I don't know what that was, guys.
I don't know what was
scared.
that. I'm scared.
It's just us in here by ourselves. Like,
it wasn't me farting.
No, I don't know what that was.
But yeah, baby. So I'm gonna.
That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna bring condoms.
What's that?
We'll bring your prep. What's that too?
What's that? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't you?
Take your prep.
Take your prep.
Take your
doxy pep.
Take your doxy pep. Do the research, baby. Okay, I'm not a teacher. I don't make the rules around here. I just follow them. Okay, so we said there was a sickening prize that Yuri got.
Yes.
But she also got another sickening prize.
Oh, I know.
Which was a unanimous
a unanimous vote for her to go home.
Wait, say it again.
She got a unanimous vote for her to go home.
Yeah, which...
Well, not too much unanimous. Asia said Gray, but then in the confessionals, Asia said, oh, I didn't know I could have said Yuri, or else I would have said Yuri. So, okay, unanimous.
That blend is sickening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, like, I was like, dang, you know? Like, that bitch can't even get her flowers.
But I mean, come on. At the end of the day, if you really look at, if you're judging by a report card, let's say you're judging by a report card, everyone had a win. Some of them had multiple wins by that time, and Yuri just got her win. And I mean, I get it, like, oh, shit, nah, nah. But at the end of the day, you're not the fucking Boulets.
Yeah.
That's what I had to tell people, like, when I was on there. I was like, I really don't care about what you feel about my look. Your name is not Smonthula or Dragmorta, so you can go suck a whole ass dick from the back while they shit in your face. I don't care.
That sounds fun. That doesn't even sound like a fright.
No, that sounds horrible. I'm not a scat cat, baby. But at the end of the day, she still won. And then the bottom two for this episode are two heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Because Yuri won.
That, like, I know, obviously, you know, you're in the competition. Obviously, I get it. I get it. You're like, damn, that's, you know, like, I will be pissed too. But as a viewer, what a shocking turn of events.
Oh, I know.
And it got me going. Okay?
Yeah, I was cupcake. I was like,
baby, stopping it up. I was like, dang. And then, yeah, it was like the fact that Auntie and Pi had to go up against each other. I was like,
and let's talk about Miss Pi. Talk about, I'm the best makeup artist that Dragula's ever seen. I'm the best costume designer that Dragula's ever seen. Mama Delusion was sitting on the side of Pi going like this.
Keep talking, baby. Keep talking. You are making all this.
Because don't get me wrong, Pi is a very great makeup artist and Pi is a very great costume designer. But the best that we have seen?
No.
Mama.
No.
I'm not sure. I guess Pi forgot that Victoria Elizabeth Black was on this whole series, or that Vander Van Al was on this series, or even Melissa was on this series. There's been great designers, great makeup. Shit, me. How about that? Makeup. They thought I was wearing tights when I did body paint.
No, they said we wish you would have worn tights.
No, baby. They thought they thought I was wearing tights. Don't play me. My shit was smooth. But it's
not that one time.
When?
In West Hollywood? That you weren't smooth? I'm
it wasn't the paint though. I was trying to live my furry life.
Oh.
Not no more.
Honey, you learned your lesson.
I did learn my lesson.
But honestly, for Pi, it was a very lesson learned this episode because sadly they couldn't
get out the freezer.
Yeah, they couldn't.
And you're dead.
And you're gone.
You're gone. You're frozen.
Which was like, honestly, a gag.
It was a gag. I know Pi was mad.
Because I mean, seeing their trajectory in the competition, like
it was going up.
Yeah, it was going up, and it was like something to honestly, I was like, okay, I'm living for it because I think collectively we all kind of were like not really featuring Pi until we were like, oh, okay.
I was always featuring Pi.
No, you weren't because you clocked those pants, baby.
That was probably the only thing. But then Pi messaged me and said, yeah, I hated those pants too.
Yeah. But I really love how they competed.
Yeah.
I think it was
they played the game.
They played the game. They played it really good, very effectively, and obviously, I mean, it came down to that wild card, which was Yuri. You know.
That's why I tell everybody in my drag family. I know you've heard me say this. Never underestimate anybody you're competing with.
Never.
Cause shit like that happens in the midnight hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're dead. So that's the episode.